all right, so I'm working on this project and it's awesome. Wait, what? Yeah. Like, don't you recognize that? As an entrepreneur, we're so easily distracted. We're working on what we know is important, and there comes some kind of an opportunity, and we're like, oh yeah, like it's insane. So in this video, we're gonna talk about how to fix that.
Looking for clever ways to grow your business? Then you are in the right place. This is where you get a behind the scenes on what's working in marketing today. My name is Wilco the Kreij, and here's what I discovered.
So how do we fix our lack of focus? How do we make sure that as an entrepreneur, we're not distracted by the shiny object syndrome or distracted by something that a couple of weeks from now we realize maybe we shouldn't have spent so much time on that, right? How do you do that? And it's something that I've struggled with for many years, actually. I was always going from like this one thing to the next thing and jumping to the next thing. I was always going after the latest thing that I thought was gonna work and I thought was gonna blow up. Right? And at some point I was like, this is not working. And I kept falling into the same trap, and I still see people around me fall for the exact same trap, which is insane. And that's when I realized there's actually a simple rule that you can implement in your life, and I've been doing this for years and years now, and it really saved my life. And I call it the idea quarantine, right? So because every single time you have one of these great ideas, it usually at that time is like the best idea. You need to work on that right away. Like drop everything, because this is so much fun and exciting, and because that's what we do as entrepreneurs. We follow we follow opportunities and we go after them, right? I was like, that's not gonna work. So what I started doing a couple years back is every single time I had an idea, I write it down first thing, right? I put it into my Evernote and my documents, and I put it what I call into my quarantine. And this means that I am not allowed under any circumstances to execute on that idea for the next 2 weeks. 2 weeks, I cannot touch it, right? I write it down to make sure, as a brain dump, so I still know what my thoughts were, right? But I'm not allowed to work on it for 2 weeks. And if after 2 weeks, right, after seeing multiple new other opportunities and after, having slept on it for a while, if I still think it's a good idea, then sure, I can start working on it. But like, usually, I'm like, all right, this was a good idea, but like, probably not that good, right? And it's something that I've shared with a lot of people around me, saying like, and every single person who's started implementing this quarantine rule, it dramatically changed their lives, because they're not going from loop to loop to loop. And obviously, it doesn't have to be 2 weeks. You can have 1 week, whatever works for you. But I feel that 2 weeks is a long enough period to really, get to my senses and have a realistic view of like, should I work on this new idea that I had or not? And I highly recommend you to implement this as well. Like I said, write it down. Do not touch it for 2 weeks or whatever time frame you're comfortable with. And if you still think it's an awesome idea, that's when you get to work. And until that time, you keep your focus. I hope it helps, and I'll talk to y'all soon.